But I'm gonna be focused on what I need to do, you know, because whatever I want him to do the dance that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna control the ring, and that's all I have to worry about.
WBC title, back on the throne, and to be doing it on a card, MGM Grand with Manny there. So I think that's it's the biggest stage of them all. So I think that's why I went down this option.
I can't speak for Tim. From what I see, he looks great. He looks happy, ready for this 13th round and onward. For me, we're ready to do some damage to show that we're the top 154. Yeah. And with this fight, it's gonna definitely show that.
He's a type of dance partner that you need, you know, and I'll take the good, I'll take the bad, and I'll put on round 13. The winner takes that crown, you know, it's quite simple.
What did you learn about Tszyu?
The warrior, and that's why we deserve the rematch, because we want to show the fans another great round, another great 12 rounds.
What's the statement that needs to be made in this vengeance fight?
Yeah, I think domination, you know, not just win, but to do it in a spectacular fashion.
I love to be undisputed champion like my sister, you know, the youngest undisputed champion in the world.
On March 30, 2024, Tszyu was scheduled to defend his WBO super welterweight title against Keith Thurman. However, a bicep injury forced Keith Thurman to withdraw from the fight, forcing Tszyu to take on a late replacement, Sebastian Fundora, who stepped in on just 12 days' notice. The towering Inferno, standing at an imposing 197 centimeters tall with an 80-inch reach, presented a nightmare matchup for any fighter, let alone one with such limited preparation time. Yet Tszyu, a throwback fighter who embraces risk, accepted the challenge without hesitation.
This is throwback era. None of these pussies that should be in this era anymore. This is throwback, and me and Fundora are going to put on a Classico.
The fight began with Tszyu methodically breaking down Fundora's long jab, landing clean right hands. But the bout soon turned bloody. Towards the end of the second round, an accidental elbow opened up a horrific cut on Tszyu's forehead, leaving his cutman with his work cut out for him. Despite blood obscuring his vision, Tszyu fought valiantly through 12 grueling rounds. When the scorecards were read, the result was a split decision. 116-112 and 115-113 for Fundora, and 116-112 for Tszyu. With that, Fundora claimed the WBC and WBO super welterweight titles, handing Tszyu his first professional loss.
Look, I told you, I'm an old throwback fighter. Whatever circumstance given, I couldn't see, but all credit belongs to the man who won tonight.
The fight changed after the cut, and you were in a dominant position before the cut. Is it about duplicating what you did that first one? I
remember moments, and I remember I want to pick off from those moments and feel that, and completely be in the moment, in the present, not thinking about anything else.
The controversial outcome sparked immediate calls for a rematch. Many argued that the fight should have been stopped due to Tszyu's injury, possibly resulting in a no contest. Fundora later dismissed Tszyu's vision impairment as a decisive factor, insisting that he would have won regardless.
Were you aware that if the fight had ended before the end of the fourth round, were you aware of that?
No contest.
That it would have been a no contest.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I know that. I know the rules.
Yes.
I know the rules, but I'm not in his corner, so I can't speak for them.
So, did you expect that fight to go through 4 rounds? In your corner, what did you guys say? Hey, you know?
No, we didn't even think about that because he looked game the whole time.
Yeah.
He looked me right in my eye every single round.
Yeah.
There was no problem in his vision at all. There's no problem. I saw in his eye that he saw me. Just like I was looking at him, he was looking at me. So there was no problem right there. As the rounds went on and we started winning these rounds, 3 and on, I think that the decision was closer than I thought. I thought we won by unanimous, but you know, it's fighting the champion. You have to beat the champion. You have to really beat the champion, and we did. But I really thought it was not that close of the fight. But you know, the judges had it that way. We're doing number 2. It's fine, but we have time to prove it.
Yeah.
But you know, the more rounds we won, the more we saw him just fall into that loop of losing that round after round after round. Yeah.
The cut did, of course, did play a part a bit. Couldn't see anything, and there was plenty of blood, but no excuses. The better man won tonight. And what my team was saying was stay focused, you know, like round by round. I remember coming out, and I remember just like putting my head down like that, and it was like a fountain, just like fountain of blood coming out. I was like, okay, this can't be good. The eyesight was gone. You know, I literally couldn't see. I had to wipe my eyes non-stop. Like, physically I felt still alright. Still, it was just, yeah, you're fighting with blurry vision. It's not ideal, especially with Fundora.
Tszyu, undeterred by the blood, expressed his desire to put on a show for the PPC platform. Instead of waiting for a second shot at Fundora, Tszyu jumped out of the frying pan and into the fire with another high-stakes fight. This time against dangerous and avoided Bakram Murtazaliev for the IBF world title. The risk was immense, but the reward for a second world title was too appealing. Yet the scars from the Fundora fight lingered. Throughout the bout, Tszyu repeatedly touched his forehead as if checking for blood, a sign of psychological demons. The fight quickly unraveled, with Tszyu knocked down 4 times before Murtazaliev finished him in the 3rd round. In hindsight, returning so soon may have been a mistake, but hindsight is hindsight, and Tszyu deserves immense credit for his willingness to take on the toughest challenges. No fans judge defeat as harshly as boxing's. Fighters take a couple hours and all of a sudden the fans dismiss them. In other sports, basketball, tennis, defeats are part of the process. Instead of praising boxers for risking everything to deliver the wars the fans demand, the sport treats losses as crimes, career-damaging offences that can exile fighters from the public favour overnight. Now the stage is set for Fundora v Tszyu 2, on July 19, 2025 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, serving as the co-main event to Manny Pacquiao v Mario Barrios. Fundora enters the rematch fresh off a 4th round stoppage of Shordale Booker, while Tszyu returns to the win column with a 4th round TKO over Joey Spencer in Australia. With both fighters having full camps to prepare, the rematch promises fireworks. Tszyu seeks redemption and revenge, while Fundora aims to cement himself as the division's dominant force. Once a fighter becomes world champion, their confidence swells, and the self-assured Fundora, with his size, jab and momentum, is a dangerous man.
You guys know I can find the inside, and now you know that I can find the outside.
Yet questions loom. Has Tszyu fully recovered mentally? Was the Joey Spencer win enough to erase the ghosts of these past 2 fights? Is Tszyu still the same fighter after those 2 losses, especially the Murtazaliev stoppage? How will the fight look without Tszyu's vision impaired? Will the cut reopen? Scars rarely heal as strong as before, and it could be susceptible to another cut in the same place. And how will Tszyu react if the blood flows again?
The questions, has it been long enough? You know, where's his confidence at? Where's his momentum at and things of that nature? How do you convince your people that it's been enough time for you and you're ready for Sebastian Fundora?
Well, you know, any champion, if they go down, they have to go up. And this is my chance for redemption and my chance to get back to the throne. So yeah. I'm ready mentally, physically, and I will get the job done.
The last fight was a very good fight, fight of the year candidate. I think this fight again can be one of those again, but that's what the fans think. I plan on ruining that for everybody, winning this one very decisively.
What's this fight look like?
Just smart, strategic, hopefully no blood.
Yeah.
And yeah, if I do that, I get the job done.
So what's gonna be different this time?
Smarter, and being able to know when to put it on.
Yeah. Which fight taught you that? The fight with Fundora or the fight with Murtazaliev?
I think the biggest lessons you learn from the mistakes you make.
Sebastian Fundora's name is mentioned. There's this sense of PTSD, like, over the entire country of Australia. Do you understand that?
Oh, I know. Social media tells me every single day. Every single day.
How different are you, though, from the first time you stepped in last year against Fundora to where you'll be July 19th?
Yeah, you learn a lot more from your losses for sure, you know, and adversity has taught me a lot of things, and I'm glad to be back in this position back on the big stage and fighting for the world title again.
Maybe after this one, we have a trilogy. So, you know, we could be these legendary fights. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Tszyu has shown time and time again that he possesses the mental fortitude of his father. But the reality is, fighters always leave part of themselves inside the ring. These unknowns will only be answered on fight night. One thing is certain, the assertive and methodical Tszyu from the first 2 rounds of the first fight must return. Too much hesitation could allow Fundora to box his way to victory. Fundora needs to once again stay on his jab and use his size and volume punching to keep Tszyu off him. This is more than a rematch. It's a test of heart, resilience and legacy. And on July 19 we'll see if Tszyu can reclaim his throne.